Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 884th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Straight away you'll see this battle's been fought on one of our new custom maps. We have fought on this map before in our battle videos. You can see that this map is full of undulating ground. Can you see here? In some parts of the map, the enemy team have got the higher ground advantage, and then as we move along the map here, you'll see there, can you see they've got the higher ground advantage there for that particular faction. But as we move across the map here, as we move over towards the rock, you'll see that then our team, Team 1, can you see there we've got slightly higher ground there. So as I say, it's a map of undulating ground, so that's, I think, makes this map very interesting here. And I think the players that play on this map find this map because it's kind of a challenge in some places, and it kind of enhances the excitement of the battle a bit, I think. Okay, so our first teammate is Brotherhood member Fesson. Now Fesson's got 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. This is his standard Roman army that he usually brings. If you notice here, you'll see that some of his units have got 7 upgrades on an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Others of his units have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. You don't see that very often on the 31k battlefield, 8 upgrades there. But then others of his units, if you see here, he's only got 5 upgrades on, so I'm guessing that's probably gold defense and silver attack. Those may well be his forward units of his battle formation there. So yeah, so he's got mixed upgrades through his infantry, so I'm guessing his cavalry is just gold shield, gold attack, as of course he spent most of his money on his infantry there. So as I say, that's Fesson's standard Roman army, and it'd be interesting to see how well he handles it during the course of the battle. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Julius Caesar. Now Julius has got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. It's kind of the bog standard 31k Roman army. The only difference that he's got in this particular army is that he has bought, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there you are, he's bought an eagle unit. That's an extra morale boosting unit there for his infantry. Remember the eagle units, good morale units there. And I'm thinking probably his cavalry just gold shield, gold attack there on his cavalry. So I think that's a pretty good army that he's got there. And our next teammate is Titan's Robert. I believe it is Titan's Bubo. A lot of you will know him. Now he's got 9 pikes, silver shield pikes, 2 legionnaires, 3 archers and 5 cavalry. And this is Bubo's, if I remember correctly, faction of choice. I haven't seen him on RTW for a long time. And if you notice there, his pikemen have got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his pikemen. And as I say, if I remember correctly, this was always his faction of choice. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and you'll see he's just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry there. Okay, and remember, we call these guys the tanks of the ancient world because they're armoured from head to toe, and used correctly they can be battle winning troops. Be interested to see how he handles them during the course of the battle. So that'll be a tried and tested Seleucid army there for Bubo, and they already got a fast moving missile cavalry unit there as well. So as I say, I haven't seen Bubo on RTW for a long time now. He may well have taken a break from it. So it'd be interesting to see how well he handles the Seleucid army during the course of the battle. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander's got a very old Roman army of 15 infantry and 4 cavalry. Okay, 15 infantry and 4 cavalry. You notice I've got a couple of eagle units there, morale boosting eagle units, as well as my infantry general. So I've got a lot of morale going on in my army there, and that could well make a difference a little bit later on in the battle. So there's our team, quite a diverse team there. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member TR. Now he has got 14 pikes, 1 archer, 1 chariot archer, 2 cavalry and 2 chariots. So he has got a very diverse Pontus army here. Okay, now if you notice here, can you see that he's got a bronze shield pike unit there with gold shield, gold attack on, but also he has got a phalanx pike unit there, which has only got 80 men in, and that is a cheaper pike unit. It's still got the long pikes, but it is a cheaper unit with less specifications, less good specifications than the main pikes there. They always got a chariot archer there, fast moving, can form Canterbury and circle, and can be a real nuisance to enemy troops there. Then he's got there the Pontic heavy cavalry there. They're quite useful to take around the battlefield there. They're quite fast moving for heavy cavalry, if I remember correctly. And here is one of the toughest cavalry units in the game there, the Eastern General cavalry unit there. Quite tough. If you check the specifications of that, you'll find 2 hit points, etc. And there you've got his pikes there, and you'll notice that his pikes there have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, and those long pikes there our men have got to try and fight down to kill the man on the other end. So that will be a tried and tested army there of TRs. And if we have a look at his chariots, remember we've talked about these before. Got great attack specifications, big fear factor, but if they run amok, they kill both friend and foe alike and become a menace to both friend and foe alike. So unless you're confident and competent, you really have to think about whether you want to bring chariots or not. Okay, because say if they start chopping down your allies' troops, you can become unpopular very quickly. So make no mistake, this is kind of TR's faction of choice, Pontus, so that would be one of his tried and tested armies. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Mars. Now Mars has got 14 pikes, 1 archer, 2 archers and 4 cavalry. Now if you notice here, can you see he's got the levy pikeman, okay, at the front of his battle formation. No upgrades at all on his levy pikemen. Now remember, these levy pikemen have got long pikes, but they are cheap pike units there, and that's why he hasn't put any upgrades on them at all, because he knows they're going to make first contact with the enemy and take a lot of casualties. If we move further back, well, if you look here, you'll see that the first 3 units of his battle formation are the cheap levy pikemen. But if you move further back into his battle formation, you'll find that the Macedonian royal pikemen with 8 upgrades on. Remember, 8 upgrades on Macedonian royal pikemen are the optimum upgrades. If you spend more money and put an extra stripe on them, the return that you get in battle for the extra money isn't worth it. So 8 upgrades is the optimum upgrades for the Macedonian royal pikeman. And I'm thinking, because he spent his money on his pike units there, I'm thinking he probably hasn't got a lot of upgrades on his cavalry. Here he's got 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, we call these guys the winged horsemen because of the winged kind of things on their helmets. Remember, these guys got a 9 charge bonus. Most cavalry in this game have only got a 6 charge bonus. These guys have got a 9 charge bonus. And remember, the charge bonus is the impact and penetration a unit can do. So that'd be a tried and tested Mars' army there. Actually, I would say that Mars is faction of choice, may well be Macedon. I see he uses that faction quite a lot. Okay, so here we've got Brotherhood member Man 2. Now you'll see that he's bought a faction that was very rarely used, and that is the Parthian faction. Now he's got 10 cataphract camels and 10 archers. Now we know that both Parthia and Scythia's infantry are very poor. Their power is their cavalry. So what we've started to do now, we're experimenting with allowing Parthia and Scythia to have 10 cavalry max instead of the 6 that we've had for about 17 years. So okay, so Parthia and Scythia now can have 10 cavalry max. And as you can see here, Man 2 has got 10 I think it's cataphract camels he's bought. Okay, there you are. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's got mixed upgrades. I think some of his cataphract camels have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. There you have a close look at them there. They're armored from head to toe. They're kind of the tanks of the ancient world in the desert there. And because they're fighting in the desert, those camel units will get the desert bonus as well. If you notice here, his general, if you count the upgrades on his general, you'll see they're fully upgraded. That's a fully upgraded unit. Now those of you that like statistics, there's his general there, might like to know that a fully upgraded cataphract unit has got a 13 attack, a massive 29 defense, and a 9 charge bonus. Okay, so as I say, 6 is the normal charge bonus for most cavalry units, but these units have got a 9 charge bonus. Remember, the charge bonus, like we talked about a few minutes ago, is the impact and penetration a unit can do. So these cataphract camels, he's got 10 of them. There's a close-up of the general. They've got great upgrades on, plus they've got the desert bonus as well, plus he's got a lot of firepower with his 10 archers as well. These archers are pretty rubbish, mine, really. They're medium range, their defense is very poor. Very often we call these guys like the kind of pajama people, because it looks like they've just got out of bed or kind of wearing their pajamas there, if you look at their tunics there. So it'll be interesting to see how Man 2 copes with that Parthian army. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Schemer. Now he's got 14 infantry, 1 auxiliary unit and 5 cavalry. Okay, there you are. It's unusual to see that particular unit as a pilot shield unit there. And it throws missiles as well. And if you notice here, he's got an eagle unit as well as his general unit there for extra morale. So he's got the eagle unit there for a morale boosting addition there, if you like. And you'll see that some of his units have got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack, and others of his units have just got gold shield, gold attack. So he's got mixed upgrades through his infantry. I like the battle formation there, pretty good, and it looks quite good there. And I'm thinking he's probably just got gold shield, yeah, just gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry there, because of course he spent most of his money on his infantry. So there you are. It's a very diverse team we're playing here. We've got TR with Pontus, we've got Mars with Macedon, we've got Man 2 with Parthia, and we've got Schemer with Rome. It should be a cracking battle for you to watch. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a very quick look at Julius Caesar's battle formation here. Can you see that he split his Roman army up into 3 mini armies? It's unusual to see that. You see that a lot with pikes and spears, but unusual to see it with Rome. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles these 3 armies during the course of the battle. Okay, it is very, very early stage of the battle here. We literally just pressed start. We've decided that we're all going to move over to the right flank there. When you looked at the map earlier, you could see that the ground on the right flank was a lot more even than other parts of the map. Although, as I say, this map has got a heck of a lot of undulating ground there. So as I say, you can see us all moving over to this right flank here. Which, as I say, has got a bit of even ground, and even got a little bit of higher ground for our team by the rock, as we saw earlier. Now over here you'll see that Schemer's running his cavalry forward there, probably hoping to catch my infantry on the run. Can you see running over to the other flank there? He'd probably like to smash his cavalry into my moving infantry. Here you can see Bubo's fast moving missile cavalry unit there. But as I say, you can see me moving my infantry over. As I say, we've agreed as a team we're going to move over towards the right flank here. And as I say, Schemer's brought his cavalry down here because he'd love to smash into the rear of my moving infantry if he gets a chance. And if you notice here, I'm bringing my cavalry units over there to cover my infantry as my infantry's moving over towards the right flank there. So, as I say, you can see him moving, Schemer moving his Julii cavalry slowly forward there. As I say, if he could catch my infantry, if he could hit my infantry while they're on the move, he could cause me big casualties. So if you notice there, I'm going to keep my cavalry close to my infantry as well, as he outnumbers my cavalry. And you can see there, Bubo's got his cavalry there as well. And you can see here that Fesson is set up on the higher part of the ground there by the rock. If you notice there, as I said, we saw that earlier, didn't we? Slightly higher ground there for our team. And it'll be interesting to see how the enemy team are going to use those pike units during the course of the battle there, because there's a heck of a lot of pike units there. As I say, I'm still trying to move my infantry over to the right flank, covered by my cavalry. And you can see Bubo's got his Seleucid cataphracts there as well, ready to help if needed there. But as I say, you can see what I'm doing there, moving my infantry over to the right flank, and my cavalry are kind of guarding my infantry against any cavalry attack there by Schemer. As I say, he's just kind of loitering with intent there with his cavalry, I think, just hoping to get a chance to attack my moving infantry. And as I say here, if you notice the ground, as I say, very undulating ground. The enemy team look like it's on the higher ground there, so if it decides to attack, it may well have a downhill bonus there with all those pikes. But remember, moving units in the desert, remember this factored into the game, that if you move, if you run or fight for a long time in the desert, your troops will become tired a lot quicker than they would on other types of battlefields. So remember, in the desert, try and walk if you can rather than run. Okay, at this very early stage of the battle here, you'll see Fesson taking his archers forward there, trying to target the chariots of Pontus there. Okay, remember, fire arrows onto chariots will often cause them to run amok, as fire arrows, as we know, drops their morale quite a lot. There you are. Can you see the fire arrows hitting those chariots there? Although I believe these are chariot archers here, so they won't run amok if they get hit by fire arrows. But heavy chariots that get hit by fire arrows very often will run amok. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So over here you'll see that Mars is running his pikes down onto one of Julius Caesar's smaller armies here. Now you can see here Julius is throwing his pilots into those cheap levy units there, levy spear units there that Mars has got on the front of his battle formation. But also you'll see that Schemer is charging his cavalry into this mini army. Now it wouldn't surprise me, sadly, if Julius lost his army completely here, this mini army. There you can see the combination, the numbers of Macedonian pikes plus that Julii cavalry, like a bang as it smashes in to Julius's mini army there. Now, as I say, Julius could lose that entire mini army. You can see he's moving some of his infantry over to try and support that mini army, but I think sadly there, from our point of view, that mini army has basically just been destroyed there by that combination of enemy cavalry and pike hits there. There you can see Schemer bringing his red Julii infantry into the fray as well. Okay, so pause the game for a second here. So here you'll see, as I say, Schemer. Can you see the down slope advantage? As I say, this map is full of undulating ground. That's what makes this map so fascinating, because you can find places all over the battlefield to fight, you know, on higher ground, lower ground, whatever there. And don't forget, these 10 Parthian well upgraded camels there on a desert map with a desert bonus are all ready to charge into us there as well. Now they could be battle winning troops here. Their charge could well prove to be decisive. Here you'll see Bubo moving his pike units there towards the advancing enemy troops. And as I say, you can see Schemer being very aggressive with his cavalry and infantry there. And you'll see here that Julius Caesar's moved one of his armies up, looking to flank Schemer there. If you notice there, notice how he's trying to get onto the flank of Schemer's infantry. But Julius needs to watch out for that Pontus pike army coming in on him as well there, I would suggest. Here you can see Fesson has moved his infantry forward. He may well be looking to get close to those Pontus pikes so he can throw loads of pilers into them and damage them before any hand-to-hand combat there. But as I say, you can see Julius Caesar's mini armies here. If he's not careful, these mini armies could be like chopped up piecemeal, if you see what I mean by the enemy troops. And especially as they seem to have the higher ground there, don't they, on this undulating ground map. There you can see that Julii cavalry charging in there, and bang, as it smashes in. So here you can see Mars is very aggressive with his Macedonians, and you can see Schemer is very aggressive with his Rome Julii army there, making the most of the higher slope that they're on. And you can see the Pontus pikemen there, TR just keeping them back, keeping an eye on what's happening there. You can see those chariots there. Now whether he's going to charge them in to Fesson's infantry, we'll just have to wait and see, because if they run amok, remember, they become more powerful in amok mode. There you can see the urban cohorts. If you notice, the writing there was frightened of chariots, so those chariots are already having an effect on Fesson's infantry by lowering their morale. making them more susceptible to routing. But as I say here, both Mars and Schemer being extremely aggressive. Now they may well be doing this for a reason, maybe to try and pin and hold our armies there while that Parthian cavalry smashes in to our flank. That could well possibly be the tactic that the enemy team are looking to use here. Okay, but as I say, Mars and Schemer working very well together, very, very aggressive tactics here, and using the higher ground, if you like, the higher slope as a bit of an advantage for them there. You can see Bubo's cavalry, you can see Fessen's cavalry, we've got Julius's cavalry there as well. So we've also got quite a lot of good cavalry to throw in if necessary. As we move over to that left flank, look at that, those Parthian camels there. As I say, 10 of them, and I think this is the first battle that we've allowed 10 cavalry for either, you know, for Parthia or Scythia, whichever you want. So, and as I say, Mantus bought the camels here for the desert bonus. Okay, so the Parthian armored camels there for the desert bonus. As I say, over here on our right flank, you'll see Fessen there attacking the pikes of Pontus. And you can see TR moving some more reinforcements forward there. Just look how Fessen is charging his infantry into those pikes there, head on. There, can you see? But it's always a problem for Roman infantry to fight down those pikes to kill the man on the other end by hitting them head on. Most Roman generals don't do that unless they've got a plan to hold and pin them while they get units around their flank or get units in behind them there. But as I say, here you can see Fessen really being aggressive with his infantry against the pikes of Pontus. And as I say, you can see TR moving some reinforcements forward there to help his forward units. So as I say, quite a lot going on all at the same time at the moment. Here you can see Bubo moving his pikes, well, he's moving that battle formation more to the rear. I think he's worried about the possible attack of those camel cataphracts on our left flank there. Okay, if you look there, you can see that those camel cataphracts are on higher ground. Can you see that on this undulating map? So they could charge into the flank of my infantry. So I need to realign my battle formation there to face the threat, I think, of those possible camel attacks coming in on my left flank. Okay, so you'll notice here I'm moving over closer towards my allies there, but also kind of like, as I say, realigning the battle formation there to maybe help a little bit if those camels come in on my flank. Okay, here you'll see Bubo looking to take some of his pikes over to the other flank to help our allies there against the pikes of Pontus, and also Macedon over there as well. Can you see Schemer here with his red Julii army? Now it wouldn't surprise me there if he was going to try and pin and hold me when the camels attack. Here you can see Mantu's archers shooting into us here. Notice how Mantu's archers are on higher ground as well, so his archers are going to get more distance with their arrows, more penetration, and do more damage. Even though the Parthian archers are poor, they've still got an advantage there, and I'm just waiting for those 10 cataphract camels to come in there. But if you notice here, we've also got some good cavalry that we've got at the back that we may well use to try and counter those cataphracts. But as I say, they've also got the desert bonus as well as really good upgrades there, so that should be an interesting tussle. And over here you'll see that Fessen is using his cavalry to chase down those archers, but he needs to be aware of those chariots. Remember, chariots very often can chop up cavalry, and you can see that TR is just like kind of biding his time, letting that cavalry of Fessen get further and further away from his infantry. And then it wouldn't surprise me if he struck. There you go. Can you see he's going to strike with those chariots? And bang! Those chariots smash in to Fessen's cavalry there, and bang as they charge in there. Make no mistake, they will be causing a lot of casualties there to Fessen's cavalry. Those the chariots there, the scythes on those chariot wheels, will really be doing a lot of damage to Fessen's cavalry. And I think Fessen's done a good move there and pulling his cavalry away from those chariots. And if you notice there, you'll see that Bubo's bringing his CATAPHRACTS out there to help against those Pontus chariots. There was a couple of Pontus cavalry units in there as well. Now if you notice here, once again, I'm moving my battle formation, my infantry battle formation around to try and what I'm trying to do is face those CATAPHRACTS, those camel CATAPHRACTS there. But here you can see that Schemer's being very, very aggressive here with his Julio army. As I say, it wouldn't surprise me if he wants to pin and hold my units there, while those CATAPHRACT camels maybe come around the flank and smash into the flank of my engaged infantry. I think that's what, if you look at the general disposition of the enemy troops, I think that's what they're looking to do. And those pikes may well come in on my other flank as well. We know Mars is being very, very aggressive with his Pontus pikes. He may well attack him from there as well. So it'd be interesting to see what the enemy team's tactics actually are here. You can see here, unfortunately for Fesson, who attacked the pikes head on, he's lost a lot of his infantry there. Okay, you can still see he's got some battle damaged infantry left. But if any enemy cavalry get in behind those infantry there, and charge in, that could rout the rest of his infantry. So Fesson needs to be cautious there, I would suggest. But here, as I say, just look at Schemer's red Julio army. Very, very aggressive. Don't forget, we've got all those 10 Parthian archers shooting arrows into my army as well. I think they're shooting fire arrows in. Remember, the fire arrows don't just cause casualties, but they lower morale. And here you can see a man two's camel CATAPHRACTS. Make no mistake, he's got his finger on the trigger there. He's going to be ready to charge them in, but we've got cavalry to try and counter them there. As we know, we're expecting their cavalry to come in. Once again, can you see Schemer really surging forward with his infantry, really trying to hold and pin my infantry there where those camel CATAPHRACTS come around my flank. Now get ready for this. This could be a decisive part of the battle here. You'll see that Mars's Macedonians are coming in on my flank, so I'm being held and pinned from the front by Schemer's infantry, and I'm being attacked from the flank there from the pikes of Mars, and then those camel CATAPHRACTS looking to smash into me. Now if you notice here, you'll see that Bubo's put some of his pike units there. Remember, these are anti-cavalry units there. They've got an anti-cavalry bonus, and he's integrated some of those units in within my infantry there, trying to counter those camel CATAPHRACTS when they come in. But make no mistake, when those camels hit with the desert bonus plus a fantastic upgrades and specifications they've got anyway, that could be battle deciding. Okay, just look at those CATAPHRACT Mantus positioning them just in the right place to come smashing in to the front of my into the flank of my infantry. Here comes the camels. Here they come, those first units that's smashing in to the flank of my infantry, and bang! But here, can you see that Julius and myself are counter-attacking those camels, and bang! And bang! As we smash in there. Oh my gosh. So we got all of Julius's cavalry, all of my cavalry there, attacking those camel CATAPHRACTS there. And you can see the Macedonian cavalry of Mars charging there with their 9 charge bonus. He's charging in as well, like a bang! As he smashes in there. Oh my gosh, this could be a pivotal part of the battle. As I say, you can see Julius there and my cavalry fighting these camel CATAPHRACTS here. Plus, as I say, you can see the Macedonian winged horsemen of Mars coming in there as well with their 9 charge bonus. You can see that the Parthian CATAPHRACTS there have been alt-attacked. They're using their effective against armor maces against our cavalry there. Oh my gosh, as I say, you could be looking at a pivotal part of the battle here. Okay, just look at these CATAPHRACTS here with their great upgrades, and as I say, they're getting the desert bonus as well. There, you can see, as I say, the pikes of Bubo here, hopefully, will be, you know, a bit of a deterrent for them pushing into my infantry even more. But this cavalry on cavalry battle here could well prove decisive to the outcome of the battle. Here you can see, as I say, the enemy attacking me from the flank and the front. But I'd just like to show you a great move from Fesson here. He's moved his cavalry all the way round behind the enemy cavalry, the enemy infantry there. And he's looking to smash into the rear of the enemy infantry. Now here is the Julii general, Schemer's general there. And I don't know if he saw Fesson come round there, but make no mistake, I bet Fesson goes for that Julii general, take the morale bonus away. Here you can see Bubo's got his cavalry on higher ground. As I say, this undulating map, he's got his cavalry there on higher ground. Here you can see he's charged one unit in already into the flank of the pikes of Pontus and Macedon. You can see Julius here and Fesson still fighting with the infantry they've got left. But this is a good bit of battlefield awareness. You can see that TR saw that cavalry in behind him and has turned an anti-cavalry pike unit to face Bubo's cavalry there. So make no mistake, that was a good bit of battlefield awareness there by TR. Okay, but over here you can see Fesson charging his cavalry in. He could well be looking to take out Schemer's general. Right, here comes that to SPQR cavalry of Fesson's. Look at bang as he smashes in there. Is he going to take out that Julii general? That's what he'd really want to do, take away the morale. Yes, he has. So well done, Fesson killed the Julii general. He's taken out the Julii Eagle unit as well. So he's taken out the 2 morale boosting units there. But over here, can you see how our cavalry are fighting there? You can see Julius has already got one of his cavalry units routed. I've alt-attacked, so my guys are using their heavy swords instead of their light lances there. But you can also see those CATAPHRACTS there, as I say, with their effective against armor maces. Just look at the difference in size between the Macedonian cavalry and the CATAPHRACTS, the Camel CATAPHRACTS there. Can you see the size? I thought you might find that interesting. Just look at the size difference between the fully armoured CATAPHRACTS and those Macedonian companion cavalry, the winged horsemen there. But as I say, this cavalry on cavalry battle could prove decisive, possibly here. You can see Bubo's moved some of his pikes up there to help our allies there fighting the enemy pikes. Here you can see this cavalry unit of TR. He's attacking a lot of our archers there. Wouldn't surprise me if TR got some possibly good kills there. He could get that cavalry unit in behind us or smash into the back of Julius Caesar's general there. Let's give a morale bonus to the few infantry that Fesson's got left. There you can see here the Julii infantry and some Julii cavalry fighting Fesson's cavalry there. But unfortunately, I've got a feeling I'm going to lose all my cavalry here. And it wouldn't surprise me if Julius lost all his cavalry as well, fighting these Camel CATAPHRACTS with their desert bonus there. And here comes the Macedonian cavalry charging in again with their 9 charge bonus, and bang as he charges in there. Remember, those Camel CATAPHRACTS had 9 charge bonus as well. Right, okay, so I've got sadly to report to you, all my cavalry are dead. They fought to the last man. They didn't rout, they just fought to the last man there. So all my cavalry is dead. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, basically all of Julius's cavalry are dead as well. So those Camel CATAPHRACTS there, they really did a number on our cavalry. You can see I'm moving infantry forward towards that cavalry, and Bubo's got a couple of pike units in there as well. But all that cavalry now are now ready to charge in to the battlefield wherever they see fit. You can see the Macedonian pikemen, they're moving in there. Now what I wanted to show you here is, can you see these pikemen are tired? If you look at the writing there, can you see that the last word on the writing is tired? Okay, so remember we're talking about the 6 stages of fitness, which is fresh, warmed up, winded, tired, very tired and exhausted. Well, when units get tired, very tired and exhausted, their battle proficiency, the way they fight the battle drops, and their morale drops. Can you see my troops are fresh though? Okay, so my Brutii troops are fresh against tired troops. So my troops being fresh are at the optimum fitness level. So their morale are high, their battle proficiency is really high. But these tired troops of Mars, as I say, their morale will be low, and their battle proficiency, as I say, the actual way they fight the battle will be low as well as their morale. So there you go, that's the difference when fresh troops fight tired troops. Now over here you'll see that Mars has turned his pikes to face the threat of Bubo's heavy CATAPHRACTS there. Okay, make no mistake, Bubo's looking for any opportunity to use those CATAPHRACTS. He's on the higher ground there, so he'll get like a kind of downslope advantage when he charges those cavalry in. Now see these Pontus cavalry there, I reckon if they charge into the back of Julius's general there, they could rout that general, as well as Fesson's SPQR infantry as well, and bang as those cavalry charge in there. You can see Julius's general still fighting there, but how long he'll be fighting I don't know. You can see Pontus pikes are also moving in as well. It's kind of hammer and anvil attack there. The Pontus and Macedonian pikes being the anvil, and that cavalry unit being the hammer. And there you go. That is Julius's generals just been taken out, and you can see I think that's a remainder of Fessen's infantry has been taken out as well. So all these pike units now are available to attack our troops. Okay, you can come in on the flank of my green Julii troops there. So as I say, things not looking very good, and you can see those very battle damaged camel cataphracts of Man 2 ready to charge in again here. Oh my gosh. As I say, this battle, make no mistake, it's going to go right down to the wire here. And you can see Bubo taking his cataphracts around the battlefield, looking for places to charge in. That's what he's looking to do with those cataphracts. As I say, the Seleucid, if I remember correctly, are Bubo's faction of choice. He got really good with them. As I say, I haven't seen him in RTW for a long time, but he's gone straight back to his faction of choice for this particular battle. Okay, as I say, my Brutii army, I've kind of used it like as a bit of an anchor. I've been kind of trying to be like the anchor of the team there in just holding and pinning enemy troops. And because of that, my infantry should all be fresh, and I'm counting on enemy troops being tired or very tired even, so that my fresh troops will have an advantage over tired or very tired enemy troops there. You can see that Bubo's got some of his pike units in there. If you've noticed here, I've turned infantry units to face a threat of those rampaging camel cataphracts of Man 2s. Here you can see Mars moving his pikemen around there, trying to be aggressive against my Brutii infantry. And just watch out for these rampaging camel cataphracts here. With their fantastic specifications, great upgrades, and of course the desert bonus. Their cavalry charge, there's not a lot of them left there, but with all those specifications, it could be a hammer and anvil attack. The pikes attacking me on the left are the anvil, and these cavalry charging in there could be the hammer. Don't forget, you've got enemy Macedonian cavalry and some Pontus cavalry up there could charge into me as well. So as I say, this could well be a hammer and anvil attack. The enemy pikes, of course, being the anvil, and the enemy cavalry being the hammer here. And there you are. You can see I've turned troops to face the threat the best I can here. Plus, don't forget, you've got Bubo's pikes in there, which will be anti-cavalry. So the enemy team are going to have to be careful on where they strike with their cavalry, because they certainly don't want to run into anti-pike Seleucid pikemen there. Okay. But as I say, all the way through this battle with my green Brutii army, I've tried to be the anchor of the team, just holding and pinning. And because of that, I'm hoping that my infantry are fresh, as I say, coming up against tired or very tired enemy units there, which would, of course, give my infantry the advantage there. But as I say, you can see a lot of enemy cavalry there ready to charge in. But as I say, you can see Bubo's got a line of his anti-cavalry pikes integrated with my infantry. You'll also notice here that Bubo's got his cavalry on the higher ground. Okay, he's making the most of the higher ground. Good battlefield awareness there. As he charges in, he's picking his targets very closely. It wouldn't surprise me if he went for the Macedonian general, because the Macedonian general's got his back to the cataphracts now. And as I say, I've got infantry units facing those camel cataphracts there of Man 2s. Now, there you can see Bubo's cavalry going for the Macedonian general. Can you see he's going to go into the back of the Macedonian general? And bang! Down with the downslope advantage as well. Nice hit there by Bubo there. But you can see that the enemy have turned the pikes now to face that cavalry. Right, here comes the camel cataphracts. And bang! As they charge in there. Oh my gosh, but remember those camel cataphracts were extremely battle damaged there as they charged in, but they've still got all those good, oh that's the camel cataphract general, the Parthian general just been killed, so that takes away the morale bonus from them, so that's good news for us. You can see here, I can see Parthian archers have been alt-attacked to charge in on us as well here. Oh my gosh, just look at all those pikes, those Macedonian pikes there and Pontus pikes there as well, plus I can see Macedonian companion cavalry with their 9 charge bonus moving around the battlefield as well, looking to strike and hit where they can here. but those Seleucid pike units are going to make it difficult for enemy cavalry trying to come and get behind. Right, can you see I'm doing a surge attack with my Brutii infantry? Can you see I'm surge attacking the tired Macedonian pikemen there, okay, with my fresh infantry, knowing that my rear is covered by those Seleucid pikemen. There you can see those Camel CATAPHRACTS coming in like a bang as they charge in there. I see the Macedonian general has just been killed, so we've taken away the morale bonus there, and you can see, as I say, my infantry have surged attack. I've turned a couple of units to fight those Parthian camels there, and we've managed to rout all those Parthian camels there, so that's good news for us. And you can see Bubo charging his cavalry into the pikes. Bang! Now that's a hammer and anvil attack, my infantry being the anvil and Bubo's cavalry being the hammer there. So it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle here. You can still see there's some enemy units left, but if you look at the overall battle situation here, I think, as I say, it looks like our team may well have gone on to win the battle here. Just look at it. This is where that massive cavalry battle was, where Julius, his cavalry, and my cavalry were fighting the CATAPHRACTS and the Macedonian companion cavalry. My cavalry fought to the last man. My 4 units of cavalry fought to the last man. They never routed. They died where they fought there. And over here you can see more dead. There you can see how intense the fighting was as we move across the battlefield there. Oh my gosh. There, right there you can see. As I say, I didn't do a lot with my infantry there, as I was trying to be the anchor of the team, just holding and pinning as many units as I could. And because of that, my infantry were fresh, fighting tired units there. So that was quite a good move, I thought. There, and as I say, as we move across the battlefield, you can just see the piles of dead here. I mean, oh my gosh, what a battle this was. There, and as I say, that's the first time we've allowed 10 CATAPHRACTS there. There you can see Fesson. I think he's got possibly one unit left with 6 men in it. He may well have a cavalry unit somewhere, if I remember correctly, but that's all the infantry got. Remember the upgrades he had on his infantry. Really good upgrades. Some with 8 upgrades, some with 7 upgrades on. And here, as I say, the hammer and anvil attack here of the Seleucid CATAPHRACTS there as the hammer, and my Brutii infantry as the anvil there, with the Macedonian and Pontus pikes in between there. So that was a pretty good combination attack. Let's say I can see the Macedonian general still got his companion cavalry there, charging around the battlefield, and he's going to charge into my Brutii infantry like a bang as he charges in there. But those 2 units were very battle damaged and tired as well there. So as I say, it does look like we've managed to win. I can see there's a couple of Pontus units left there, but it wouldn't surprise me if TR admitted defeat. I always think at this stage of the battle, where the battle's obviously kind of over, it's a good idea just to admit defeat, and let's get back into the lobby. There you can see I'm charging my infantry forward to try and finish off that last Pontus unit there. And I think most of the enemy team now has admitted defeat, I think there. But as I say, there you can see Julius, I think, has got 1 unit left, 1 cavalry unit left, and I think that Fesson has got maybe 2 units left as well. So that just gives you an idea of how kind of attritional, if you like, this battle was. And I think that TR has just admitted defeat there, so I think that was the last of the enemy troops there. So the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought this battle was an absolutely cracking, close battle there. And as you can see, it was a close victory, as we thought it would be. Okay, and the highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Fesson. So well done to him, 1,743 kills. So really well done to Fesson. He doesn't get highest kills very often, so when he does, I think it's well worth a shout out. So well done to him. Well done to TR with Pontus, his faction of choice. Great kills there with Pontus. Well done to Mars. He got the highest kills in his team. So well done to Mars with his Macedonian army there. That was also a tried and tested Mars army. And well done to Man 2. That's the first time he's ever bought that a Parthian army. And look at the kills that he got with it. So really well done to Man 2 there. I thought he played really well there with that new Parthian army. So well done to him, and well done to Schemer as well. Got some good kills. So you can tell by the kills there how close this battle was. My kills, I think I actually got the lowest kills in the game there actually. But I've still got a lot of men left because I was, as I say, I was trying to be the anchor of the team there. So I kind of didn't move my infantry much. Well done to Bubo, second highest kills in the game with his faction of choice, Seleucid. So well done to Titans Bubo. Well done to Julius there. Look at the kills that he got. Really good kills with his army. Okay, he might have only had one unit left at the end, but he did well. As I say, well done to Pheasant, highest kills in the game there. So really well done there. And as I say, it'd be interesting to see, do you think that either team had faction advantage? They had Pontus, Macedon, Parthia and Rome. So do you think that they had the faction advantage, or do you think our team with Rome, Seleucid, Rome and Rome had the faction advantage there? Please leave your thoughts in the comment. As I say, this Parthian army of 10 of those camel cataphracts, I thought they made the battle even more exciting, and we will try and probably introduce those rules more into the 31k game. Spartan Commander saying bye for now.